This is Comcast Local Edition. I'm Jack Hansen. We read in the papers every day about businesses, some going up, some going down. It's a very tricky world we live in these days. Toby Brink is with us right now. He's president and CEO of the San Ramon Chamber of Commerce. And Toby, you're right in the middle of all this, aren't you?
I am indeed.
Chamber of Commerce is right in there going, what's it going to be next month, and so forth. Tell me, from terms of San Ramon and this general area around here, how is it going?
Well, San Ramon specifically is going through an interesting transformation, a very rapid growth period, mostly in terms of residential growth. Currently, we're at 51,000 residents, and by 2010, the projections is that we'll be at 90,000 residents.
From your standpoint, is that all good news, or is it a mixed bag?
I think it's good news if the infrastructure is planned correctly, and I think they've done their due diligence in planning an infrastructure that will support that growth in the community. Yeah. Of course, traffic is always going to be an issue regardless of how much planning you do, and people are always going to complain about it. But overall, the Bishop Ranch Business Park and the ingress and egress off the 680 freeway were very well planned to begin with, and traffic flows very nicely. If you think about that, 30,000 plus people come to that business park every day.
Yeah, and one of the things is, for those of us who grew up in the Bay Area, we've seen the hills be covered with homes and businesses and things. We concern ourselves about that, if it will strangle some of the businesses in terms of people won't want to come to these areas anymore. Is that a problem with the chamber? I mean, do you think about these things?
Well, certainly there's
pressure on people to say, what about transportation, for example?
Well, certainly there's a balance, and right now the big, the big discussion is about the bond measure, the governor's bond measure and Don Parada's alternative, and discussion of alternative goods movement methods from the Port of Oakland to the Central Valley. So HOV lanes is a big topic of discussion. How do we prevent the bottleneck that's produced by 18-wheelers during commute hours? So that's a big issue. I think traffic is always going to be an issue, and it's tied really to affordable housing. And the more affordable housing you have closer to your work centers, the less car trips you have back and forth.
Yeah, and it's just something that everyone is concerned about and deals with on a daily basis. In May, you have an event coming up that I think is important to you.
We do indeed. It's our 10th annual East Bay Business Symposium, which is this year's theme is global trends, local impact. So really looking at some of the
trends. Say that again.
Global trends.
Global, yeah.
Local impact.
Got it.
And we're taking advantage of the regional business leaders, the wealth of business expertise we have in the San Ramon Valley area from companies such as Chevron, AT&T, Wells Fargo. So we have a panel of senior management that will discuss from a global perspective how the trends in the global marketplace affect business here locally.
And now this will be where?
This will be at the San Ramon Marriott from 8 to 12.
Is it open to the general public or not?
It is indeed, yes. Yeah. It's open. All chamber events are open to the general public. It's $65 for members, $75 for non-members, and it's an executive breakfast followed by panel discussion.
So you get to come there and listen to the executives talk about their projections for the future, and in general discuss the whole situation, I assume.
Absolutely. It has a dual purpose. One is for business leaders to connect, to network, do some networking during the executive breakfast, but also to gain some sort of insight in terms of what type of planning they need to do for the remainder of the fiscal year, given the trends that are out there in everything from energy to import-export to telecommunications.
There's a ton of stuff. The date again, quickly, just we're out of time. May?
That's May 18th at the San Ramon Marriott from 8 to 12.
All right, Toby, nice to have you here. Toby Brink, he's President and CEO of the San Ramon Chamber of Commerce. We've got growth coming, and I guess it just matters whether it's smart growth or not, right? Comcast Local Edition, thanks for watching.